Hey, it's Terri Murphy, Tuesdays with Terri. Tips on how to be the rock star of any presentation, whether it's just communication with somebody you know, somebody you don't know, presenting to a jury, presenting to a group, presenting to your team members. You've got to be able to connect. And today we're going to talk about one of my favorite things, and that's connection, but actually the opposite, called disconnection. Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like, they're not getting me? There could be some reasons for that. Well, I just came back from a focus group, and there were 21 people giving up their ideas and thoughts about the presentation and the content that was presented there. And I'm going to tell you what some of their comments were. And the first one was monotone voice. Monotone can be power, but if it goes on for a long time, it becomes hypnotic and they go into trance because they aren't engaged, especially when it's combined with no body language. Restricted body language would probably be better because that is body language. The attorney never came around from the podium, never used hand gestures, never invited them into the story. Data does not grab people for very long. You have to have a story that includes some of the data to give it relevance. And I understand that. I'm not an attorney, but I know how people connect or disconnect when you're speaking. So it's really important that we look at our voice modulation. 38% of oral is the tone and the tonality. So if it's blustery, they're going to write a story about you. If it's monotone, they're going to write a story about you. And if you're a female, especially, you might be very careful about upspeaking, which sounds like a question at the end of a sentence. And when we do that, it diminishes the power of confidence in the hearing of the people that are there. So you want to be a little careful with that. Also, women tend to get tighter as they get nervous or excited, and it gets higher. And if you know that's going to happen, take a deep breath, speak from your diaphragm instead of your throat. You'll be much better received because it can be harsh to people who are very auditory in their behavioral style. Don't be afraid to use some body language, some gestures that make people understand. People can visualize a little bit better when you say it's as big as a mailbox as opposed to it was big. Give us some help on hearing what you're saying, because at the end of the day, we think we hear what you're saying. That perception is here. And so you want to be especially careful when it comes to something as serious as a court case, or when you're listening to a surgeon, or if you're listening to directions in any way. So here's the thing, you've got to rehearse. I know you say, especially working with attorneys who are very well respected and have been doing their work for a long time. But that doesn't make it right for today's consumer. You have a different consumer. Our brains are being constantly trained for fast and for fragmented and for fleeting attention. And so you've got to change it up. What worked yesterday may not work today. So practice, rehearse. It's the rehearsal that's the work. The presentation is the program. And if you don't rehearse a little bit, you're stuck to reading those notes. I didn't say that. All these people did. So at the end of the day, you want to be more effective, give us some eye contact, use your body, fluctuate that voice a little bit so that we know that you're hearing and seeing us. Make some eye contact, and you will be the rock star of your next presentation. I've got an ebook that I'm happy to share with you. It's 10 tips to make you the rock star of your next presentation. And I'm happy with a 30-minute consultation to give you a few tips on how you might rock the next platform. I'm Terri Murphy. Join us every Tuesday for Tuesdays with Terri, so we can make you irresistible in your communication.